Welcome. This lesson will not be a very difficult lesson as long as you take the time to write down the equation that goes along with a triangle's three angle measures adding up to 180. So for instance, it's asking for two missing angles of this triangle. It tells us the measure of one angle is 155, but it doesn't give us any information about the other two other than they're in the ratio of 2 to 3. So what I like to do, now you don't have to draw the figure, but I'm going to show you how the figure helps. I know one angle is 155, and then the other two are in the ratio of 2 of some unknown measure. I'm going to put 2x, and 3 of some unknown measure. So I'm going to put 3x. So then I'm just going to actually add those three together. I'm going to go 155 plus 2x plus 3x equals 180. And I'm going to simplify this multi-step equation, which we've learned to do. We can add like terms. 2x plus 3x is 5x. At the same time, I'm going to minus the 155 over. What I mean is I'm bringing it to the left side. I'm isolating the x terms. So I brought this term to the right side of the equation, and I combined the two x terms. That gives me a 5x equals, wow, that's a 155. Okay, 180 minus 155 is going to be 5. I had to borrow from the 8. That's going to be 25. And that tells us that unknown x value is going to be 5. Now it's asking for the angle measures. So the one angle measure is 2 times 5. So the first angle measure would be 10. The second angle measure is 3 times 5, or the second angle measure is 15. So all three of those angle measures now add up to 180, and those two that are unknown are in the ratio of 2 to 3. Let's do another one. Okay, so again, I have one angle measure that's 30. So again, without even drawing, I'm just going to go 30 plus one angle measure has 7 of some unknown value, plus the third one is 8 times some unknown value, and those added together must always equal 180. See how the equation makes this very simple? Now again, you'll probably get to really realize what you're going to do is always add those two numbers together, those ratio numbers. So I'm going to have 30 plus 15x equals 180. Then I subtract off the 30 from both sides. So I minus 30, minus 30. That gives me 15x equals 150. Divide by 15 both sides. And I get the value of x is 10. Now remember, that's not the angle measure. That's the value of x. Now I can find these two angle measures because the one angle measure was 7 times that value. So 7 times 10 would be 70. So the one angle measure would be 70. And the other angle measure is 8 times that value, which is 80. And again, I can always verify 70 plus 80 plus 30 is 180. All three angles add up to 180. And these two unknown angles are in the ratio of 7 to 8. Okay, so I'm going to jump ahead, make sure that we don't get anything more difficult than that. Okay, but again, you'll get, so you can fly through these. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to do 6x plus 11x. That's going to be 17x is equal to 180 minus this third angle. So 180 minus that, I'm going to put a 180 here. Hopefully that helps you see what I'm going to be doing. 10 minus 6 is 4. I had to borrow from the 8. That's a 7 minus the 4 is 3. It's 34, right? And then the 1 minus the 1, 0. So 17x equals 34. x must equal 2. Now remember, that's not the value of the angles. That's the value that the ratio must be multiplied by. So the one angle measure will be 6 of those 2's, or 6 times 2, which will be 12. And the other one is 11 times 2, or 22. So they are in the ratio of 6 to 11. Okay, now that might not look like it, but it is. If you set that ratio up, it's going to give you a ratio of 6 to 11, and 12 plus 22 plus 146 is 180. If you have any questions on this, please bring them to class, and I will go over it again with you then.